I've got some very big stories coming out in the next 24 to 48 hours that are in editing right now. This video is intended to tell you what to expect, how to learn the most, as well as a word of caution. So first off, we've got some pretty big updates with local homicides, some known, some not so known, as well as follow-up to the Humiston case up in Falls City. There's been a big development there. Now that I'm saying it publicly, you may start seeing that story pop up in other news organizations, but maybe I'll still beat him. Another one is the 14-year-old boy who it's suspected his mom killed him. There's been more arrests in that now. That story became kind of a national one just due to the absolute brutality and appearing that this home they lived in was really just an absolute house of horrors. Another one I'm going to do is on ICE, so immigration stuff. I know there's been a lot of concern about them out here and operations ramping up, so much so that there have been misinformation videos going out. I'm going to tackle that, as well as a video that went viral. It was said that it was ICE. It absolutely wasn't. I've got documents on what it was. I'm going to disclose that with everybody. And then lastly are these ICAC stories. So that's Internet Crimes Against Children. It's a task force, and it's a multi-agency task force. They do a ton of amazing work, but it is gnarly, dark work. And I've got stories now of a local manager of a Seattle business that's been around for decades that apparently is into children as young as infants. I've got another one from another person working in downtown Seattle, one of the nightclubs, similar type scenario. And we've got other ones just like that. So these are gonna have two components, like all of them, the homicides included. I'm going to start posting the docs the night before the video drops. And those docs will be posted on my Rifsy account. A lot of you have heard me talking about that. Please download that. You can get a chance to read ahead. These docs also sometimes can be dozens of pages. When I try and do a 90-second or a 3-minute video, you're only going to get as much as I can pack in there. But there's a lot more to it. You will also see more redactions in those. Here's why. Number one, I have learned that there are people committing these terrible things that actually watch my videos specifically. So with that comes a responsibility to not educate them on how to avoid authorities. Number two, as I've said in other videos, you got to show the work. Don't ever just trust somebody saying something on the internet. See all the work, not just little clips as we put in the videos. We'll pull out a couple sentences, see the whole thing. Lastly, I think it's important for people to really see the amount of effort that goes into this and the work of the people working these. Whenever it involves CSAM, child porn, whatever you want to call it, and by the way, I use those differently depending on what the documents say for each story. These people working these have to watch and view all of this. They can't just say, oh, it's this and not. The amount of work that they go through to get these cases to where they are is amazing. And that group is not really well known. And I want to change that, bring more public awareness to it, and see if we can also try and expand those operations. Because though people feel like there is not enough work being done to prosecute people like this, I'm telling you, there's a ton of work. You're just not seeing it. The problem is the scale of the problem, not the work being done on it.